he won't take it to heart. And poor Giri, though, he does seem to be the victim of a lot of masterpieces.
Yeah. Maybe they are ready. Inside Check 15 in San Francisco, facing each other today, literally, Magnus Carlsen. And it is Anish Giri starting off with the white pieces. We know that's going to be important for him. And here we go.
And Anish Giri recently released a chessable course on 1e4, and he's played 1e4, and that is met by the French defense from Magnus Carlsen. Another area that Anish Giri is a specialist, another area that he released a chessable course. So this is interesting from Magnus. Very rarely see the world number one choose the French defense. It's maybe 1 in 10 that he chooses this opening, and we see what we call the classical variation. White's gained a lot of space in the center by pushing pawns forward. Black has been kicked back slightly. Black is passive but solid, and this pawn push does hit that Black is going to actually expand through pawns forward on the left side of the board. And wow, I've got to say, this shows that Magnus Carlsen is out for blood. He's out for the win. Even with Black, he doesn't want to play it solid, because this is far from a solid choice. Jovanka?
It definitely is not a solid choice. I mean, I think Magnus was relying on the ghost of the FTX Crypto Cup, because there I can remember Magnus did in fact play the French defense, and he beat Anish with the black pieces. But Anish has kind of said, well, I'm actually going to play something completely different there. I played the advanced variation here. We're going to go for a lot more classically. But Magnus, well, he's made his intentions very clear by advancing that A pawn 1 square forward. He wants to take as much space as possible on the left side of the board. And I'm expecting the pawn to go forward. Yep, it's there. And now we're going to see a very crazy position where it becomes a race. Yeah, White's king is going to see whether it comes under fire on the left side. Meanwhile, White will be trying to blast the position through on the right side of the board.
Yeah, and Giri takes a timeout just to stop, just to try and at least deter the advance of Black's pawns on that left flank. You notice how Giri just looked away for a few seconds and then he looked back at the screen and made a move. That's because he's just recalling maybe what he suggested in that chessable course or what he's studied before. And we also saw Magnus just a few moments ago staring straight down at the camera at the computer screen, because he's also trying to remember what he's prepared. I don't think either of the two players will have studied this morning. If anyone, it would have been Magnus. But there's no chance that Giri predicted this opening. And this queen move, I've got to admit, I'm not the biggest French defense expert in the world, but I've never seen this queen move before. It must be quite rare. Usually Black's queen parks itself on a safer square. The queen here has some ideas. I mean, it's pinning White's pawn on the A file. It's maybe looking down at the White king along the diagonal, but Black's queen is a bit vulnerable as well on this square. So this feels like it will cause Giri to stop. It will be a small surprise. Jovanka, do you know if there are any games or any Grandmaster games in this?
Many Grandmaster games here, actually, and I was just checking the computer assessment, actually top choice for the spectacular. Just be desperate. Rook takes pawn, and he moves his rook to the D line. But if I were Magnus, I would just move my king away. And there you go. King is now safe as houses. Anish is trying. We have to give him credit. He is desperately trying to open up lines.
To be fair to Anish, if we weren't privy to the evaluation bar, if we couldn't see the evaluation bar saying black is completely winning, then the nerves would still be jangling. I mean, Magnus here, he won't be 100% sure that he's out of the woods, that he's out of danger yet. He'll know that he's got some control, Magnus. He knows he has an extra piece, of course. But Anish is still creating threats, so Magnus needs to be on his toes. I would just try and lock it up. I would try and block this F-file. There we go. Don't capture a pawn. Don't open up white's rooks. And still full control for the Norwegian.
Yeah, so which king is the safest now? Magnus has been open for a long time, but is it safer now?
It's safer now, but white's pieces are still around. White's queen and knight are still close enough for the black king to feel uncomfortable. White's king is open, but there are no black pieces around it, so for now it's safe. So your king is only as weak as the pieces that are attacking it. And this is the problem for Giri. Look at the black knights. Black's king is open, yes, but black's knights are perfect defenders. Black's knights are so well combined as well. Okay, Giri attacking one of them, and they can defend each other.
Definitely, and another problem is that, of course, Magnus has an extra piece, and he's using that extra piece. Sometimes in some positions you see that extra piece is just sleeping somewhere, but here, very much part of the fray. And Magnus, being very clever, he's using the idea of counterattack, and Anish, he's just advancing pawns. He's just flapping around trying to find something.
But now Magnus is going after the white king. Finally, the counterattack begins. Look at the black queen. A diagonal has opened up. She wants to jump into g3. That would be a deadly check, leading to checkmate. Giri, down to a couple of seconds, but it looks like he just resigned or let his clock run out. Giri gives up. Magnus takes the win, and there we go. The players talking about what a dramatic game this has been.
The cool thing about them both being in San Francisco, they can actually discuss the game. What a win for Magnus Carlsen in the first game against Anish. Let's see if we